Without further ado, I would like to call Dr. Arun Kurkare onto stage and leave the evening to him. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Just let me use the
No, I don't need much. But I think that light is the last one. Yeah. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you on the behalf of Indian Cancer Society. I think the first 4 or 5 tables, you will have to turn to the right to have a look at the screen, rather than looking at me. Today we are here to celebrate the 61 Founders Day, which is celebrating 51 years of rehabilitation and welfare services. And I welcome all of you. The 2 great engines for program are desire to understand this world, and Dr. Darab Jasawala knew exactly what is the word of cancer patients. And the second engine is to desire to improve the world. And Mr. Naval Tata wanted to improve that. And both of them together formed this society in 1951, which had a glorious past, and it had so many firsts to its credit, which even the large institute with a tremendous human resource and the financial resources could not achieve. This is not a time to speak, but when I was a young professional, my teacher taught me one thing. Whenever you speak, there's somebody important sitting down in the audience listening to you. And here there are 300 people who are listening to me. So I have to be careful what I say. What I told you that what is what we will deliver and whether I've been able to keep up my promise. And this is the reason why I'm here to speak to you for another 5 minutes. Founders Day in July 2008. You can see Mrs. Simon Tata in the picture. And that's where I promised her that this NGO will be revived and we always move forward with new first thing to our credit, which will take care of the needs of the cancer patients. How do I describe my journey from 2008 to 2012? I think 2008 year was a year of commitment. We committed to Mrs. Simon Tata, all the cancer patients and all the well-wishers that we will revive this NGO. 2010 was another Founders Day where we had lots of activities which we mentioned to you, this is what we are doing it. Activities has got no meaning if they don't turn into accomplishments, achievements. So this is a year of accomplishment and achievements which I would like to share with you. On the governance part, we have a new MOA and rules and regulations which is in alignment with the present need. We also for the first time created a National Advisory Board which has got a position of honorary patrons, which will act as a National Advisory Board. For early diagnosis, we launched first digital mobile mammography van in India 2010. We know that the women are the one who are the backbone of the family offices, but they ignore their health. So we decided to take this mammography van to where they are. Okay, look, here we are, you have to look after your health and do a mammogram with us. This is an era of collaboration. Collaboration is basically a force multiplier. It multiplies your resources, and each partner brings in different value to the board. And what are those collaborations which we have? The first one, the oldest one, is the St. Jude's India Child Care Center, which is an accommodation project for us. Sir Ratan Tata Fund, which helps us for the cancer treatment funding for the needy cancer patients. HDFC Asset Management Company Limited, we have created a cancer cure fund, which is again goes to the treatment of poor patients. GSK Pharmaceuticals for rehabilitation of patients. Sujaya Foundations for computer training center for cancer survivors and cancer children and cancer patients. Hindustan Unilever for mammography camps. Tata Memorial Center for collaboration with Cancer Registry, where we have got the oldest cancer registry in Asia. And Kasturi Foundation for cancer awareness. Out of these, 2 are the most recent one which I'd like to share with you. The first one is a joint venture initiative with HDFC Asset Management Company, which we pioneered a unique model to raise funds for needy cancer patients. HDFC Debt Fund for Cancer Cure is a first of its kind philanthropic product through the mutual fund route. And I must mention that HDFC Asset Management Company waived off all their professional charges to launch this program. Give a big hand to them. It's a significant amount of funds which is raised through this innovative scheme. Indian Cancer Society will now will receive approximately rupees 4,500 crores as donation each year for next 3 years. ICS has so far sanctioned financial aid to 75 patients in last 6 months, aggregating to over rupees 2,001 crores. And most of these patients are bone marrow transplant. ICS supports the patient with annual family income of less than rupees 1 lakh. We are not limited ourselves to the poverty line, but we have gone up to the 1 lakh because we know that the treatment of cancer is very expensive and it actually pushes people below poverty line. We have got extremely high governance and transparency in use of funds. There is a specially constituted governing advisory council of ICS, which ensures high level of transparency on the use of donated funds by the investors. A due diligence team comprising leading oncologists, social workers, and financial professionals scrutinize every application in detail and recommend based on the need of the patient. Due diligence team and governing advisory council spends on an average 6 man-hours per patient application. This is a huge time which is spent in scrutinizing each application. And we have promised HDFC Asset Management Company that the administration cost of this fund and distribution of help will be below 5%. Here is a chart. If you look at it, almost 28% patients were supported below the age of 15 years. 44% patients are below from age 60 to 25 years. So almost 75% of our patients are below 25 years, which is the next coming generation, future of India, which we have been able to support this. Another 20%, which is 20 to 45 years, are the breadwinners of the family, or maybe the backbone of the family because they are the mothers. And about 6%, which is more than 46 years old. And this is a distribution, so you can see that the patients are from all over India. We have selected few hospitals where it can be treated, where they can get a state-of-the-art treatment. This is a picture of computer training for cancer patients, which is run in collaboration with Suja Foundation. And this is a need for today's cancer survivor, cancer kids. They need to learn this. And through this, we can educate them and probably find a job also. Insurance for cancer patients. That was a big need for cancer patients who were already there. Those who have been cured. And there was no insurance scheme anywhere in the world which was insuring these cancer patients. And the first time, in collaboration with Raheja QBE General Insurance Company Limited, we have got a permission to launch this scheme. We got this permission 1 week back. It covers all types of cancers. It will cover the cancer survivors. The immediate lump sum pay out of right at the diagnosis 50% of the sum assured. It's a huge sum, so patients don't worry where the money is coming. They have to concentrate just on getting the right kind of treatment, state-of-the-art treatment at the right hospital. There's no pre-medical examination till the age of 50, and sum assured varies from rupees 1 lakh to 10 lakh. So this was the need of the cancer patients. For the first time in the world, we will be able to launch this general insurance scheme. I think the future to take care of need of all the cancer patients is a collaboration between NGOs and private sector leadership. How do we move from resolution to actions? The role of NGO in this partnership is to provide a platform which is in alignment of CSR of corporate world, give them an issue, and NGO has to provide a transparent, accountable governance. And Indian Cancer Society is committed to provide both those things to the corporate world. So I request corporate world to come forward and join us in fighting this joint problem. The most important thing which I have to do is acknowledging people who have been responsible for organizing this event. To begin with, I need to start with the Taj Mahal Palace, Mumbai, Mr. Dixon and his team. Mr. Dixon and his team has always walked extra mile for us, and I'm very thankful to them. Mrs. Naina Kanodia, an artist, and for curating this painting exhibition. All the contributing artists, Mr. Arjan Khambata for giving us 3 sculptures, Mr. Manek Dawar, who has helped us to print the art catalog, all our sponsors, well-wishers and donors, and all the volunteers which have been backbone of this event and running Cancer Society services, without whom it was not possible to have this event. So please give them a big hand. All the staff of Indian Cancer Society, they are the ones who do day-to-day work. We only get a credit for all this. And lastly, my colleagues on managing committee. It is a great honor to sit with all of them who are the leaders in corporate world and medical field. It is an honor to sit with you and learn from you and work with you. Thank you very much. I believe we are each of angels with only one wing. Please get my presentation. I believe each one of us who are assembled here are angels with only one wing. And we can only fly by embracing one another to fight this joint problem, which is a cancer. So let's join hands together. And God bless all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor, for your... Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not on the agenda, but I sincerely feel we must do one thing at this stage. For all of us here, ethics and doing what is right is fundamental. And I think from the bottom of our heart, I do not think we will find another Dr. Kurkure who has done so much for the Indian Cancer Society. We please, Dr. Kurkure, please come on the stage. We want to give you the largest applause possible.